Hey folks, how are you doing? We're gonna do a little testing. I have been playing with this since I got here, and it's excellent. I love it. It's the Omnivore Bladeworks Kodiak. You can actually see the wear on the blade already. It's a fun toy. It's a fun tool, and it's very powerful. Some saplings. This is actually dry by now, yeah. This is dry maple, so nothing crazy, but still. This is about inch. You see how it goes through and actually bites into that dry, hard, what is it, oak. It's a little over inch here. It's amazing chopper, amazing. In a way it's similar in design and in the idea behind of this knife sword as my Excalibur or Kylie's Forester, but this one is, you know, like I said, I think in previous video that I went for like combination of a machete, knife and hatchet. This leans more towards machete, my Excalibur leans more towards the hatchet, so the balance is a little different. It's more front heavy and it's thicker. This is faster at hand, better balanced, but it doesn't have that mass, that brute power. And because the grind is even leaner, this being such a high flat grind with 1/4 inch thick, it does bite better, but it will bind more, it will get stuck more. But for anything small, you know, all the small stuff, it will just have incredible cutting performance, chopping performance. That was started on the end. This is again dry maple. The sweet spot is right here. Right here, it's the chopping power is incredible. Nah. Really nice. Let's see on this really hard dry oak. I'm gonna stand up for this and actually do what you would do outdoor. Two hand, just full on, trying to get through something. No mucking around. How long that took. Once I spun it from 3 different sides, that's incredible. And this is hard oak. This is pain in the butt wood. It's excellent. Even the saw bag, actually, it's pretty aggressive saw bag. Let me get rid of this branch here. It was almost 2 inch branch of that oak. Let me try to demonstrate the saw back a little bit. That should do. Now. I don't know if you can pick it up, but that's decent, half an inch deep. It's nice. I wouldn't use a saw bag if I have a knife like this, but notching tool and stuff like that, not bad. And splitting. Let's see some splitting. Curious about that. Because of the grind, it shouldn't be the best splitter, but certainly because of the power and length, it should be quite useful. Let me try on this one. This is a piece of that maple. Do I even have any kind of baton here? Yeah, I do. This here will do. Big knot in there. There's a big knot in there. No damage whatsoever. It went straight through the nut. So pretty nice. Let me see if I can split it just with the cut. 2 nuts, you see it there. Yep, right in half. Very nice knife. This is even thicker, so let's see. Nice, again, right through the nut. Beautiful performance. And I'm curious actually myself how the difference in the grind will perform on the hard wood if I actually just do comparing between the Kodiak and Excalibur, because there are 2 little different grinds with different balance, but I'm curious how if it's gonna show any difference. Oh, this one bit deep. See, this one works excellent, really good on chopping, even on the hardwood. And once you learn the technique, when you don't get it stuck as much, it's really good. So let's see Excalibur. It actually, I think you can see, Excalibur is built for that. That's the difference between the going more towards the machete and going more towards the hatchet. It has more mass, so it will perform more like a hatchet. But then probably at the same time, if we would go chopping down saplings, I suspect that Kodiak would outperform the Excalibur, and also on the softer wood, because the less resistance and thinner edge, it probably has even like it's gonna go deeper, and you will be able to get thicker saplings with one swipe than with the thick ground on Excalibur. But I couldn't be happy with this. Oh, this is some hardwood here, right on the nut. Oh, this is oak also. This is some nasty stuff. And Jarrett's 1095 is holding up nice. There's no chipping, no rolling. And I did a lot of work with this already. I just love it. It's amazing. Let's see how the Excalibur works on this hard oak. Nicely done. This really is tough stuff. Do I have any more of this 2x4? Not really. But at least just to show you how nice it is on the softer wood. That's a leftover from a 2x4 what I have here, and see it's already like split and cracked. But it still is a decent piece of wood. This blade is going through on one swipe. It destroys the softer wood and also does very well even on the harder wood. And this being a sword, this being a false switch, which I'm not crazy about, but it does help with the balance, because it is fair amount of metal removed there, so that probably also help with the balancing the blade. It does look cool, and you still have plenty of space to use the baton on if you're batoning, and you're never really gonna baton through something like this where the fine point would become an issue. And at the same time, this being a sword with this much blade and everything, it will be really good defensive tool for wild animals and stuff like that, bear, mountain lion and whatever, you definitely get pretty good advantage with this being in your gear. I like it. I definitely like it. They are not cheap, but if you are into these big things, big swords, big knives, big high quality knives, this would be definitely what I would pick up, because I think it's amazing. It's just such a gorgeous and functional blade. There isn't much that I would change, and actually Jared changes the prototype. The new version is even nicer, because the new version doesn't have a saw back. This I do think this is cool, but even without the saw back, it's just really nice flat spine here, and the tip is actually brought up more like a Japanese tanto style tip. It's not tanto, but there is a little tiny difference in how it breaks in here. It's still curved, but it gives you really strong, good tip. And it doesn't have, if I remember right, it doesn't have the force switch. But I think the way he did it, everything, it's about the same balance, and it looks like even better outdoor tool. This is still more like it still has a lot of fighter in it, a lot of fighting sword features in it. And the new one is just pure outdoor survival sword, which I think is insane. I love it. I couldn't be happier. Jared, thank you. You did incredible tool. I think, I know a lot of people don't like the big knives, big swords for outdoors. I personally believe in them. I definitely love them. It's like a machete on steroid, on a lot of steroids. And you guys know I love machetes, and I love this even so much more. Every big knife, but it has to be good built knife, not just slab of steel that is sharpened. It has to actually be some thought put into it, the way it's balanced, what it is. It has to have some points, like I want it to do this and this and this, and it's not just grab a piece of steel and sharpen it, grind it to shape and sharpen. So once you actually do this couple things and design the knife well and make it well, I'm sold on it. I love it. I don't know about many of the good big knives like this, something more than, let's say, 12 inches blade. That's what I call a big knife, and that's what I love. So yeah, that's another example. Yeah, this is actually a very nice example between the two. This is big, wide log, so the blade will be spreading. If I hit it like this, it will be spreading between a large area of blade. You see, if this is soft here, but once on that harder stuff, you see my Excalibur with just the wrist flick just barely sticks in, because that grind is steep to split the wood better in chopping. But if I grab this one over across, I chopped it all up, but across that, that's like 8 inches of blade, it's still gonna stick into the wood. So that tells you how nice and sharp that grind is, how nice and lean. and now it's, of course it's not going now, but see, once it gets there, once you hit it good, when it doesn't get stuck in all the stupid stuff what I just did, it just cuts in so well. And again, one thing I show you on these good big knives, stick in, I want to show something. Yeah, there you go. That flex of the blade, if you manage to stuck it in close to the tip, is just amazing. It has to be. All these good springy steels, you have to have a good flex on the knife like this. It cannot be fragile, because it would shatter like nothing. With the forces that goes into that blade, it would shatter like nothing. And that's when you can actually pretty fast on a big knife like this, very fast, will bad heat treat or bad steel or fault, some kind of, you know, not maker's fault, but some kind of flaw in the structure of the metal will come up very fast, because the forces are just incredible compared to anything smaller, and it will just break. With just the slightest bit of lateral force, which is very likely to happen with all this heavy chopping, it hits the wood on very high speeds, very high mass, very high energy, and even the slightest move, you know, a couple degrees, will put the huge lateral forces on the edge. So if there is something wrong, very quickly you're gonna find out. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. I know I'm not alone with being a big lover of the big knives, so hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself. I love this sword.